On last week's show, we featured two winners of the Indian Oil Awards for Excellence in Road Logistics, brought to you by Indian Oil in association with Times Network. On this week's episode, we bring you two more companies that emerged victorious: Agarwal Road Lines and Bharath Swift Logistics. Hailing from Gujarat and Tamil Nadu respectively, these companies have displayed a visionary culture where their employees and road captains not just work but also thrive. Our first company is a winner in two categories: logistics company with the best safety standards, hazardous chemicals and non-hazardous chemicals, and employer of the year. Agarwal Road Lines are experts in providing logistics services for transportation of liquid and gaseous chemicals. Although incorporated in 1988, the Agarwal legacy was established earlier in 1969 by Satyanarayan Agarwal with just 2 tankers and 5 employees. Today, the company has a fleet of 740 tankers and over 1,300 employees. Their logistics services range currently covers locations throughout the country and Nepal. In maintaining the highest standards and intensively training their road captains, Agarwal Road Lines exhibit a commendable prioritization to safety and best practices.
Everyone trains their drivers, I'm sure. We do too. We give them defensive driving training. But the uniqueness that Agrawal has is we include a gamification technique while training them. We have various games installed in such a way that they get trained in the safety measures. We have a Swiss cheese model made out of thermocol. We show them how the barriers can be tackled. Then we have a snakes and ladders game where there are some golden rules, there are negative factors on the road, and as they play the game they come to know whether they're doing the right thing or the wrong thing on the road. It has impacted the driver's mindset. Sitting in front of a trainer and listening for hours, a normal human being also gets bored. But when it comes to drivers, they are not too literate. Of course, we have literate drivers, they are almost at least 12th or 12th standard pass. But still, getting this kind of an exposure really helps. It's our drivers that we trust, the training that we give that we trust. The best thing that, how the industry has, the logistics industry has evolved, the technology that we have built in. Let us take a simple example that speed is the biggest problem. The third party also speeding up, our drivers also speeding up is definitely going to lead to a collision. So if one of them reduces or one of them goes slow, then maybe we can mitigate the risk. So what we've done is we've put speed governors in all our tankers. The driver cannot drive above 50. So that is one way, and there are millions of other ways.
And while the company expects nothing short of professional excellence from their drivers, their challenges come from some obvious external factors.
Statistically seeing, India is known as a high-risk country. High-risk country in the sense the number of accidents that happen every second, every minute, every year is enormous. So we believe that safety on the roads is the biggest challenge. The third-party behavior, we train our drivers, you see, but then what about the third party? They also should be aware. So that's the biggest challenge, making other people aware is like, I remember we were standing at some dhaba on the way, and there was this small car, I think it was a Maruti. It was jam-packed with the luggage. The whole family was on a vacation, and the luggage was stuffed in the dicky or the rear part of the car in such a way that the rear view was not possible at all. So I generally asked the family like head who was driving, said, how do you expect to see when I on the highway? He said, why do I need to see it? I need to see the mirror only when I'm reversing. So that's the concept people have in the mind. They don't even know like what are the mirrors for. Every 5 seconds you're supposed to look into the rear mirror by law, by rule, by rule of road safety. People don't know that. Road safety is a major issue. Road accidents are a major issue. So the bosses are planning that we should run campaigns everywhere around, so that we can bring more awareness amongst the third party acts that which are unsafe on the road.
In their decades of service, they have upheld the manifesto set by their founder that explains their deep investment in human resources.
Our chairman, late Shri Satyanarayan Agrawal, has put up a message, and it is excellent. I would like everyone to hear this. Drivers and crew members operating fleet of Agarwal Road Lines Private Limited are mostly residents of states other than Gujarat state and remain away from their native place for months together. They meet their family members after 3 to 4 months and spend an isolated life. Because of the isolation from their society and as well as from their family members for a prolonged period, if anyone gives love, care and affection and builds intimacy with drivers, they feel homely. Loading-based supervisors at Agrawal Road Lines are also advised to oblige such operational staff by taking care of their small tasks like medical assistance, license renewal and also solving their social problems. Chairman of Agrawal Road Lines Private Limited recognizes this requirement of drivers and crew members and have recruited loading supervisors almost at all loading bases like Kandla, Mundra, Jamnagar, Baroda, Hazira, Dahej, Panipat, etc., who belong to the same area as that of the drivers and crew members, so that he can give a family touch to drivers who are at the loading base. All the loading supervisors recruited are of a friendly nature and are advised to treat drivers as their family members, and they extend love and affection so that the operating staff feels comfortable. Such positive treatment shall boost the morale of operations staff and their working efficiency. Our chairman has also advised operational staff to cooperate with drivers and crew members in their day-to-day work so as to have a conducive environment. We at Agrawals believe that our drivers are our protagonists, and if we take care of them, if we train them properly, everything is going to run smooth.
With this amount of attention to value addition, their customers are naturally satisfied.
Well, we leave no stones unturned when it comes to safety standards, and obviously it's going to bring a smile on every customer when the product is safe and it reaches them safely.
This is what makes Agarwal Road Lines our winner for the logistics company with the best safety standards, hazardous chemicals and non-hazardous chemicals, and Employer of the Year.
Indian logistics industry is considered to be the base of the economy. Yes, India is an agricultural country, as we say, but still, even agriculture is connected to logistics. So I believe it's the base, and considering India's economical development, the logistics industry should get boosted. So we go far. This kind of platform that IOC has initiated is an excellent way to lead people towards more motivational work on the roads, more safety, and encourage other transporters, other logistics people to go ahead and strive for more and more safer roads.
Coming up next.
Whatever best that we do as a company, it's eventually the captains who deliver.
Our winner in an individual category, Drivers Hall of Fame, Senior Captain S. Sudalai Muthu of Bharat Swift Logistics has displayed professional excellence.
Mr. Sudalai has joined our company in 2004 as a cleaner. Then he went on to become a truck captain. He is responsible for driving the truck from source to destination. He is also responsible for taking the consignments, the correctness of the documents, and also ensuring he reaches the customer's destination on time. He is also responsible for keeping safe on the roads, because truck captain is not a very easy job. They are on the road 24 hours.
A testament to his merit is the fact that his employer sings nothing but praises for his performance.
This particular incident is when Mr. Muthu was driving on the roads, when he couldn't find many vehicles coming in the opposite direction. So he got suspicious there's something wrong. So he stopped in a hotel to check what has happened, and that's when he understood some riots are happening a few kilometers away. So he had to immediately call up other captains, and the people are going to take this route. He had to warn them, don't take this route and go, you choose another location or wait for a few days till it settles down. So a truck captain should be very agile, and it's not about driving, it's about being socially aware and being conscious of what is happening in the roads. For the past 15 years, he's won many awards in the company, the most consistent truck captain.
Though demonstrating an inculcated ethic, S. Sudalai Muthu has the complete support of his company, Bharat Swift Logistics.
For us, captains are a very important part of our organization. For any company in the industry, they should probably come the forefront of recognition, because they're the pillar of the company. Whatever best that we do as a company, it's eventually the captains who deliver for us. So sometimes they carry consignments worth several crores or lakhs. So a lot more responsibility lies on it. So we ensure that they get the due recognition in the organization. So that's why we call them captains and not drivers. Because what is happening with our industry is they don't get the same respect in the society as they should get. There is a negative perception people have about truck captains. They feel that they are illiterate and they are drunk. And what we're trying to motivate them is, no, it's not that. You are forming a very important part in society, and if there are no captains, there is nothing that we can actually eat or wear. Even the basic needs that we use in a day-to-day life, it wouldn't be possible if there are no truck captains. So we want them to feel important, and we want them to contribute in the organization.
Bharat Swift Logistics was incorporated in 1989 with a mission to cater to the logistics needs of customers with a strong ethical approach. They offer complete solutions with a well-maintained fleet of over 100 vehicles and function in both B2B and B2C spaces.
We've been constantly innovating in the way our operations work and our customers' requirement. We're always up to date with what is happening. We train our employees on the latest logistics best practices. We train our captains to follow the best practices, how to enable them to learn new technology. All of us, our senior management, middle level, we always constantly updated. We attend training sessions. So that is actually keeping us ahead of our competition.
The company encourages all its employees to achieve distinction and provides them with the training and opportunities to do so.
We ask our senior captains to mentor the people who join us. So that way they are actually they are trained on the job. A captain, he has to be very agile. He has to follow news. He has to check. There could be possible riots on the destination. There could be political agitation. There is caste agitations. So that's the kind of expertise or experience we want them to train our new recruits.
The company employs digital innovations to train their captains and has introduced welfare policies to increase productivity.
We also train our captains to be technology enabled, so it will also give them a cutting edge as so we train them to use tablets, we train them to make LRs, we train them to be closely involved with what is happening in our company. So as an organization, in the entire industry is moving towards technology, we also want our captains also to be part of it, to train them in use of technology, train them in use of tab, make data entries. So the online consignment tracking status can be updated real time. And we also want our customers, and we also been talking to our customers in various forums in CIA and our transport associations. We want our customers to also have facilities for captains to buy food in the premises, to have good resting areas for them. So when they are actually not driving, when they are actually at the customer end, they are also treated with respect and given due facilities, so they are also happy to work.
Despite the value-driven human resource practices, Bharat Swift Logistics endures challenges in this aspect.
Captain shortage is a huge crisis facing our country. I don't know if everyone is aware of it. It's because they don't have the respect that they should command from society, and more captains are leaving the industry. Almost 20 to 25% of trucks in the road are actually don't have captains, so they are all idling. So the Make in India program or the manufacturing, unless this shortage is addressed, is not going to be very successful, because we need more captains now than engineers in the country. So all of us have to do to give them the dignity of labor, so more and more people are encouraged to join the industry. But things are looking different now than it was many years back. There is definitely a lot of emphasis on infrastructure. There are a lot of rest areas on the roads, national highways now. I'm happy the government is moving toward that direction, so that there are a lot of idling time required for the trucks, so they can park the trucks on the highway and take rest. But what I would actually look for government to come to introduce more of truck maintenance or a diploma course in driving, because the captains always feel that they are always on the tag of being illiterate. Despite their qualification now is a 10th standard, they need to be to get a license. Irrespective of that, still they feel that they are not literate. So if the government can come up with a diploma course in driving and truck maintenance, and our captains will be probably enrolled there to they'll get the confidence that they're also educated, and the society also will perceive as an educated fraternity.
However, their commitment to delivering the best will lead them to great heights because of their forward-thinking policies and attitude.
Our employees are our strength. It is our employees and our customers who actually are helping us grow as an organization. And we treat them as not our employees or captains, we treat them as our family. So that is our success. The more motivated our staff and our captains are, the better it's for our growth. Supply chain is going to be the key. So it's like within a matter of a few days, it has to be delivered. So logistics industry plays a very big factor to meet the consumer requirement. So for that, of course, we have to be, all of our companies have to move towards technology-enabled solutions. The consumer needs to track when they're going to get their, and even companies, I'm talking even about big industries, they also need to know where the consignments are at any given point. There should be a smooth transition of information. So if that's going to be addressed, I think as a country, as our industry, we will also grow towards it.
This is what makes S. Sudalai Muthu of Bharat Swift Logistics our winner for the Drivers Hall of Fame Award.
We are very happy that Indian Oil recognizes our industry, and they are coming up with an award ceremony to award the in many categories. I'm happy that it's recognized by the media fraternity, Indian Oil, and various other government agencies, because our industry is very, very crucial for India's growth, for the economic powerhouse that we aspire to become. So I'm very happy that we won the award this time, and our captain has won the award this time. We are very pleased with it. We want to thank all our customers, all our employees for contributing to this award.
Join us next time when we feature the final 2 companies that won at the Indian Oil Awards for Excellence in Road Logistics, brought to you by Indian Oil in association with Times Network.